And just finally on Spurs, they seem quite rattled. Obviously they've lost the manager, they brought the assistant in, which seems a strange decision, and the chairman there is talking about other teams' spending limits and things like that. They seem very rattled. Can you take advantage of that? Is this a good time to get them when they effectively seem on the ropes?
Yeah, well, I don't see that. I see a team full of high quality international players, very well coached and managed. So we can't underestimate Tottenham for a second. We need to be at our very best, as we were at their stadium earlier in the season.
Yeah. Martin?
Hi Eddie, just to go back slightly to Craig's point, did you expect such a dramatic turnaround inside 17 months, and what has been the key to achieving that?
To be honest, when coming in, I wasn't thinking the future. I was thinking the now, and the now was staying up. So, you look back now with a little bit of length of time, but at the time it was all, can we stay up? That was the brief. That was a clear, defined goal, and we needed to do that before we thought about anything else. So when we achieved that, then right, okay, how can we build a stronger team in the summer? I think our recruitment was really good. I thought we made some really smart decisions in the market, which is the most important thing about building a successful club, and everything else falls off the back of that, really.
You're now competing toe to toe with Tottenham, and in terms of the important games you've had here, where does Sunday rank?
Yeah, well, I think it would be right up there. Of course, this season we've had a cup final, which was a huge game for us. But in terms of league games, yeah, this will be right up there, because we're, as I said earlier, we're running out of games, and we don't have long left to get the points we need.
On a different theme here, Mark Taylor came into the club this week, a former non-league footballer who was diagnosed with motor neurones disease, I think, a decade ago, and bravely fought it with along with his family and friends. What did it mean to the players and yourself to spend some time with him?
Yeah, it was an amazing thing. We invited him in. It was great to experience him and his family coming to see us. Very emotional, actually. I thought the players were fantastic with him and his family. He watched training. I think he enjoyed the training session and said the players worked hard, so that was a good assessment for me. And it was just a very special moment for us all to try and inspire and help a family who have been through a lot.
Mark, what we've got on Sundays?
Yeah, I was just going to ask about the starts in games, Eddie, because you've been so good this season, especially against Manchester United, when you came out of blocks so quickly and put them on the back foot. But maybe in the last 3 games, you've allowed the other team. West Ham obviously didn't make the most of it. Brentford did, and Villa did as well. You've allowed them to kind of gain a foothold in the game. Is that something you've addressed, and is it something that it's not typical of your teams this year?
Yeah, no, it's a tough one, that, because as you say, we probably let West Ham. Well, I say they had the first chance of the game. Bruno's hit the post with a defensive clearance, but we've scored quite early after that. So I'm not sure about that one. Brentford was a tough start to the game for sure. Aston Villa was a tough start to the game. As the home team, you always want to try and imprint the game and give a good account of yourself early in the game to set your marker down. And as the away team, you're determined to do the same. So 2 teams will want the same outcome. What we need to do is make sure we're mentally alert and mentally ready from minute 1, because you might not get a second chance against the top teams.
Have you done anything in training? You mentioned about good training. Do you change training? Does it sort of, or is the consistency there, or do you sort of do things that kind of lighten the mood a little bit in the week, or?
Well, we're always changing training and trying to keep it fresh for the players. We're not a staff that try to repeat. We have our core sessions that we really believe in, but we're always trying to freshly stimulate and energise the squad, and it's no different this week.
Miles, sorry, quickly.
Yeah, any fresh injury concerns from the Villa game?
Off the top of my head, no, I don't think so.
And is Sam Maximin back in the country, and how is he?
No, he's not back in the country yet. We will see him very early next week.
Okay, Sundays.
He's okay. Maxi's